Hi everyone, it's Ingrid from Toronto. Back with another luck update. So, it's growing. It's longer. It's still super soft. And, okay, so I separate. I'm free forming, but I am separating because I want tresses to play with and do stuff and style. However, I feel I may have over separated in the back because they're thinner than the ones at the top. I kind of don't mind that because it gives it a little bit of a different, textured look instead of uniformity. I like. I imagine it'll, once it's much longer, that it'll have a really interesting aesthetic. So I kind of don't mind. Yeah, no. I'm still using Andalou to shampoo. And I do recommend that you use a clarifying shampoo and no conditioner because you don't need it. Not if you use a shampoo that doesn't have any harsh chemicals to strip your hair. That's why your hair feels dry after you shampoo when you use other shampoos, and then you have to use the conditioner. So go to the health food store, get a shampoo that has, no harsh chemicals. And I wash it twice a week, and I don't put anything in it. No oils, no creams, no butters, no serums, no gels, no sprays, nothing. So my hair is dry. Hair is supposed to be dry. It's not supposed to be moist. As a matter of fact, when you put product in your hair, be prepared. It's going to be heavier because there'll be residue. It's not going to be light. And so when the locks grow really long, they won't be heavy. They'll be light. But if you're twisting it, then you have to put product because then that's the only way for it to stay. But be prepared that product doesn't wash out entirely. The residue will stay in there. It will attract lint and dust because I have no issues with lint. I haven't been wearing my headscarf, and I thought I would be wearing it more, but I like the freedom. And I live in the city downtown, and sometimes I can see the haze of dust that the traffic kicks up, and I'm thinking, okay, I know this is going to be in my hair, but by the time I get home, if I just shake it out like this, like vigorously for a few seconds, there it is, out in the air, back in the air, and not in my hair. But if I have product in there, I imagine, because I don't have product in there, but I imagine if you do have product in your hair, it sticks to it. The dust, the fine, fine dust will stick to the product in the lock, on the lock, and it'll weigh it down, and it will attract more dust, and it'll change the color of your lock, and you'll have lint in there that you need to pick out. I don't sleep with a bonnet. I don't sleep with anything at night, and I sleep on cotton pillows, and hair is supposed to be dry. So it's a choice. And I've decided not to put anything in there so that I can do what I want and not be concerned with having to maintain it with product. All right. What else? A little story. Just simple. I remember one day thinking to myself, what if 4C hair is actually the most hassle-free and creative hair out there? What if it's the opposite to what most, people with 4C hair, or some people with 4C hair, have been thinking, myself included. I mean, I wore my hair short and natural for a long time, so I accepted my natural hair, but for many years, I used a lot of permed my hair from I was, 13. And I said, what if I've got it all wrong? And what if 4C hair is actually the illest hair to have? What if I have it backwards? And you know what? My wish is coming true, because I don't have to do anything to my hair. And one shouldn't have to do something to their hair. Okay? You shouldn't have to do something to your hair. Your hair should be a choice, but it should feel natural and comfortable on your person simply by how it's growing out of your hair naturally. It's so moldable too. Anything I do to it, it just stays there, which is, a fun thing with Afro hair, that it has this moldability. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say. Oh, remember in my last video when I said that I took off the, not to take off the bud, but I did take off the little seed. I call them seeds at the end. Well, this one is growing back. And you can see it's continuing to knit itself. There you go. Pretty cool. But as I mentioned, here's the counterpart on the other side. You can see it's far more developed. I've got 4C hair that's blowing in the wind. Who would have thought, right? Look at these ones at the top. Here's a new one. And don't over separate. I may have over separated. This is a nice one. In the back, and some of them are really skinny. So I'm gonna let them join up and marry each other to thicken them up. But even the really skinny ones, like look at that one. It's relatively skinny, but it's still gonna have a healthy size when it grows in. Pretty cool, man. So soft. So yeah, basically I just wanted to come on and like play with my hair and show you what it's doing. It's definitely gonna have a real interesting aesthetic with a nice variety of shapes and sizes, which I like, man. I feel like my hair is my art. It's like art growing out of my head, you know? Fun, fun. Here's one of my favorites. It was really skinny. Yeah. So for my 4C hair wearers that's frustrated with the texture of your hair, just imagine, what if it is actually the easiest hair to manage? Just imagine, what if up is down, left is right, in is out? What if what we are considering to be difficult and challenging, just because we're not working with it? I'm going to get a t-shirt that says 4C hair is the illest. Anyway, all the best. I'll check back with you in, I don't know, whenever, when it's in my eyes. Take care. Bye.